Ever had a woman tell you one thing, but deep down, you knew she meant something entirely different? If you've ever tried to decode female emotions, you know the truth. Sometimes what she says and what she feels are two different realities. But here's the real kicker. When a woman is lying about her feelings, she tends to say exactly the same set of things, 6 to be precise, and once you know what they are, you'll never be fooled again. Power words and strategy. This is where most guys get blindsided. They believe the words instead of reading between the lines. But what if you could spot the deception instantly? What if you could decode what she really means before it's too late? Keep watching, because by the time you finish this, you'll have the upper hand in any emotional chess match. Let's break down the 6 biggest lies women tell about their feelings and what they actually mean. Lie number 1, I'm fine. The classic. The one phrase that has left men scratching their heads for centuries. If she says, I'm fine, in a flat tone with zero warmth, chances are she is not fine. In fact, she's probably the opposite of fine. The translation? She's upset, disappointed, or stewing in silent rage, just waiting for you to figure it out. A woman who's genuinely fine won't say it like a hostage reading a ransom note. Pay close attention to her tone, her body language, and the context in which she says it. If she's clamming up and pulling away, that's your sign that something's brewing beneath the surface. And here's the twist. The more insistent she is about being fine, the more likely it is that something's really wrong. It's not just about the words, it's about the way they're delivered. If she's crossing her arms, avoiding eye contact, or giving one-word answers, you're in dangerous territory. What should you do? Acknowledge the shift. Instead of saying, okay, if you say so, try, I feel like something's off. Want to talk about it? A woman who actually wants you to understand her will open up, eventually. Remember, patience is key. Sometimes she may need time to process her feelings before she's ready to share. Be supportive and let her know you're there for her, even if she doesn't immediately express it. Lie number 2, I just want you to be happy. Sounds sweet, right? Almost too sweet. Because here's the thing, if she's saying this in the middle of an argument, a breakup conversation, or right before you make a major decision, chances are she's not thrilled about it. What she really means is, I don't like this, but I'm not going to stop you. Just know that I'm not happy about it, and you should be picking up on that. Women rarely say this when they're truly at peace. Instead, it's usually laced with subtext, and that subtext is what you need to be reading. And if she's looking away, sighing, or saying it with a hint of sadness, that's not permission, it's resignation. The moment you hear this phrase, recognize that there's something deeper at play. She's giving you space, but not because she wants to. She's doing it because she thinks she has to. To navigate this effectively, consider asking for clarification. Try saying, I appreciate that, but your happiness matters to me too. What's really going on? By inviting her to share her true feelings, you create an environment where she feels safe to express herself. This approach can strengthen your connection and help avoid misunderstandings in the future. Lie number 3. I don't care. If she actually didn't care, she wouldn't even bring it up. Let that sink in. When a woman tells you she doesn't care about where you go, what you do, or who you talk to, but her mood suddenly shifts into ice-cold detachment, congratulations. You just triggered the silent treatment version of emotional warfare. This phrase is a trap. It's not about indifference, it's about testing you. She wants to see if you'll push back, if you'll show her you care enough to dig deeper, If you take it at face value and walk away, she'll likely become even more distant, so tread carefully. And here's the catch. She might say she doesn't care, but her actions will betray her real feelings. If she starts withdrawing affection, giving you the cold shoulder, or making sarcastic comments later, guess what? She cared. A lot. If you find yourself in this situation, dig deeper by gently probing her feelings. Ask, "Are you sure? It seems like this is bothering you." This not only shows you care, but it also encourages her to be more honest about her emotions. Remember, communication is a two-way street. The more you engage, the more likely she is to open up about what's truly on her mind. Lie number 4. I don't want to ruin our friendship. Translation: I don't see you that way, but I'm also not ready to completely shut the door on you. This is one of the most brutal, soft rejections out there. It's a way for her to let you down gently, while keeping you on the back burner, just in case she changes her mind later. What should you do if you hear this? Take the hint. Don't waste your time waiting for someone to maybe want you, because if she truly felt a deep romantic connection, she wouldn't be pumping the brakes in the first place. And remember, if she really values your friendship, she won't use it as an excuse to dodge romance. If she's saying this, she's already made her decision. She just doesn't want to be the bad guy. In this situation, it's essential to respect her feelings while also being honest about yours. You might say, "I value our friendship too, but I also need to be true to my feelings." This allows you to set your own boundaries while giving her the space to reconsider her stance. Ultimately, being transparent can lead to healthier dynamics, whether as friends or more. Lie number 5. I just need some space. This one can go two ways. If it's coming from a place of genuine emotional overwhelm, then sure, she might really need a moment to breathe. But in most cases, this is a soft exit strategy. It's her way of easing out of the relationship without the confrontation of a full-on breakup. Think about it. When a woman is really invested, she doesn't need space. She wants more connection, not less. If she's suddenly pulling away and asking for time alone, there's a good chance she's already halfway out the door. And the worst part? When you give her space, thinking she'll come back, only to realize she's already emotionally checked out. The moment you hear this phrase, consider the bigger picture. Has she been distant for a while? Less affectionate? Less interested in spending time together? If so, don't just give her space. Start preparing for what comes next. If the need for space is real, offer to check in later. You could say, "I understand you need some time, but can we set a time to talk about this?" This shows you respect her request while also keeping the door open for meaningful communication. Ultimately, it's important to balance her needs with your own, ensuring both parties feel valued in the relationship. Lie number 6. I don't want a relationship right now. Pay attention to the last two words, right now. Because what she's actually saying is, I don't want a relationship with you right now. This is one of the most misleading statements men fall for. If she's emotionally available but doesn't see you as a romantic option, she'll frame it like she's not looking for anyone. But watch what happens when the right guy comes along. Suddenly, that no relationship rule vanishes into thin air. Don't stick around hoping she'll change her mind. If she's not choosing you now, she won't suddenly wake up one day with a different perspective. Move on and invest in someone who actually wants to be with you. In the meantime, focus on self-improvement and meeting new people. This not only helps you heal, but also expands your social circle. Remember, the right person will appreciate you for who you are, and won't leave you questioning your value. By moving forward with confidence, you're setting yourself up for a more fulfilling relationship in the future. Here's the bottom line. Women are masters at emotional diplomacy. They rarely say exactly what they mean because communication, especially when it comes to feelings, is often layered with subtext. But now, you're armed with the truth. You know the 6 biggest lies women tell about their feelings. And more importantly, you know how to decode them. So the next time you hear one of these phrases, don't just hear it, read it. Because once you see through the words, you'll never be deceived again.